Have you ever felt like your greatest strength suddenly became your weakness? Spider-Man experiences just that when he loses his spider sense. Join us as we explore how even superheroes must learn to overcome their limitations. Spider-Man finds himself in a fierce battle with Spider-Woman, but something's off. His movements are clumsy, his reactions slow. Without his spider sense, he can't anticipate her attacks. Spider-Woman, under the influence of the mandrill's pheromones, launches a barrage of punches. Spider-Man barely dodges, his usual grace replaced by awkward fumbling. Meanwhile, two figures watch from afar. Madame Web, the mysterious psychic, and Shang-Chi, the master of Kung Fu, observe silently. Their presence hints at a greater purpose, a role yet to be revealed in Spider-Man's journey. As the battle rages on, Spider-Man faces a crucial decision. With his physical prowess compromised, he must rely on his most underrated superpower, his mind. Spider-Man leads the fight into a department store. Spider-Woman's relentless attacks continue, her movements fueled by the mandrill's pheromone control. Suddenly, an idea strikes Spider-Man. He leads Spider-Woman towards the perfume section, and she quickly catches up to him and smashes him through a large display of perfume. The strong scent fills the air, masking the mandrill's pheromones. Spider-Woman's attacks begin to falter as the influence over her weakens. Spider-Man's resourcefulness pays off. The perfume neutralizes the mandrill's control, and Spider-Woman regains her senses. The tide of the battle shifts, and together they turn their attention to the true enemy, the mandrill. They quickly catch up to him and take him down together. As the conflict comes to an end, police sirens wail in the distance. The authorities arrive to apprehend the mandrill, while Spider-Man and Spider-Woman exchange a brief conversation before going their separate ways. The immediate threat is over, but a sense of unease lingers. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi observes the aftermath with a hint of disappointment. He approaches Spider-Man and says, "Your fighting style is very unique." His words imply that while Spider-Man's approach is distinct, it also requires refinement. The master of Kung Fu sees potential in the wall crawler, but also recognizes the need for improvement. As the adrenaline of the fight wears off, Spider-Man's thoughts turn inward. He reflects on his performance during the battle, acknowledging his struggles without his spider sense. The realization hits him. He needs help to overcome this new weakness. In a moment of humility, Spider-Man approaches Shang-Chi. "You think you could teach me some Kung Fu?" he asks. Shang-Chi's expression softens, recognizing the courage it takes for a hero to ask for assistance. "If that is your choice, I would be happy to oblige," Shang-Chi replies. With a simple request for help, Spider-Man unknowingly sets himself on a path that will redefine his abilities. Spider-Man stands before Shang-Chi, ready to begin his training. The master of Kung Fu eyes him critically, then produces a device that makes Spider-Man's heart sink. "This power inhibitor collar will keep those powers in check," Shang-Chi replies calmly. "Before I train the spider, I must train the man." Spider-Man's initial confidence wavers. He's relied on his superhuman strength and speed for so long, the thought of training without them seems impossible. But as Shang-Chi fastens the collar around his neck, Spider-Man realizes this is exactly what he needs. The training takes place in an abandoned facility, its walls echoing with the ghosts of 100 warriors who once learned deadly arts within its confines. Spider-Man soon discovers that Shang-Chi's methods are as unforgiving as the facility itself. Days turn into weeks of grueling exercises. Spider-Man, now just Peter Parker, finds himself pushed to his limits. Without his powers, every movement is a struggle. He falls, he fails, but he never gives up. Slowly, he begins understanding the scientific principles behind Kung Fu, and Peter begins to improve. Shang-Chi watches his student's progress with a critical eye. He sees the determination in Peter's eyes, the way he adapts and learns. The master nods approvingly as Peter masters techniques that once seemed impossible. Finally, after weeks of intense training, Shang-Chi approaches Peter. He removes the inhibitor collar. The familiar tingle of spider sense floods back, but it feels different now. Enhanced. Refined. "Now," Shang-Chi says, a hint of pride in his voice, "from this point on you shall learn the way of the spider." Peter's eyes widen. He's about to learn a martial art tailored specifically to his abilities and experiences. Meanwhile, Madame Web observes from afar. Her psychic senses tingle with an impending threat. She knows that Spider-Man's newfound skills will soon be put to the ultimate test. As our hero prepares to face new challenges, one question remains. How will these hard-earned skills shape his future battles? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to see more stories like this soon.